Philip, an impromptu shift in schedule, now another week with that late afternoon kickoff. How much does that change your game day routine, especially with just a day's notice to go to that 4:25 kickoff?
Yeah, I don't think too much. We should be just fine. I think certainly different finding out so late in the week, but it'll be good. You just adjust everything, get to sleep in maybe a little longer, but should be just fine. If anything, talking about some rain, so it looks like that'll be long gone as well. So I don't see it being an issue.
You've certainly established that strong connection with Mo Alley-Cox through the first 3 weeks of the season. You got Jack Doyle back last week. Now you have Trey Burton back as well. And Trey was someone who in training camp, you guys connected quite a bit in the time you were on the field together. What excites you most about the potential three-headed monster that you now have at the tight end position?
Yeah, it's a heck of a group. I was excited about this tight end group in the summer, or really coming in, knowing with Jack and Mo, and then getting Trey in free agency as well. I was already excited about this group, and then getting through training camp did nothing but confirm that. So it is a heck of a group. Like you said, Mo's off to a heck of a start. Some big plays and some critical situations already. Jack had some big plays in the opener as well. Gets himself back in the mix last week. Seems to be feeling rather healthy, and then getting Trey back will be awesome. So I think with that group, you can be so multiple. So looking forward to seeing really as the season goes. We'll see. Obviously up to coach as far as easing Trey back in there and being a part of it. But those guys, they all work so well together too. The way they communicate, both run and pass game. You ask a lot of them. If you ask one position, receivers as well, but if you ask one position group, who has to do the most, they have to do so many things. Who's the F tight end? Who's the Y tight end? Motion, this play be this guy, this play be, so there's so much asked of them, and they do an awesome job.
This is the first time you're going to play a game without any fans in the stands. Playing on the road in Chicago, typically Soldier Field is a high energy environment. Is your offense the greatest beneficiary of the lack of fans, given that you won't have to go in that silent count?
Yeah, there's certainly that certainly helps. Certainly with a pass rush like this as well, certainly helps. Not our tackles aren't going to have to be maybe a tick late off the ball. With some of these really good pass rushers, and it will be different. We did the 2 mock games in Lucas Oil Stadium that I thought were great. By our staff and Frank to get that done. That was empty, obviously, in those mock games. Certainly, at the first 3, we at least had some fans. Jacksonville and the 2 games at home. So it'll be different. I think we're prepared. I know you've heard, the term juice thrown around here quite a bit, and this locker room and this team has a lot of it. So we just had to find a way to kind of create it from within. I think we're equipped to get that done, and we'll find a way. But it certainly is helpful from a communication standpoint, and certainly works both ways. I mean, the defenses at home, it's hard for them to communicate. So obviously they won't have an issue as well. So it kind of evens itself out, but it will, we'll get out there and it won't have that same Soldier Field feel as it has the last few times I've been there. But once that game gets going, there's plenty to focus on in between the lines. That's for sure.
I know back at home, there are 9 people who call you dad. In this locker room, there are apparently about 50 who call you uncle. Darius Leonard has passed on that he's really trying to get Uncle Phil to catch on. Are you embracing this nickname from your teammates?
I actually, it's been a lot of fun. He is definitely selling the heck out of it. He does not miss an opportunity wherever I am in that locker room, far away. If he sees me walk in, he gives out a loud Uncle Phil. So it's I think it's probably going to stick. It seems like it's going to be that way, which is just fine. It's been so fun getting to know these guys and being part of this group. It really is a special group. Frank and Nick and those guys told me about it. Once we got started, obviously we were in the virtual setting, so it was hard to get a complete feel for it. But it is a unique, dynamic, fun to be around, but highly competitive, passionate group, and I'm enjoying the heck out of it.
Well, no surprise that a guy who's nicknamed the Maniac and embraces nicknames so much that he would bestow one upon you. Hopefully we can get Uncle Phil trending on Sunday afternoon.
Sounds good. That would be good.